Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to take a moment and talk about 5 workout tips for people with ADHD, because we know that with ADHD, exercise is one of the most important tools that you have to help manage the symptoms, to help manage the symptoms. But it's also because of ADHD, it's very hard to keep up with an exercise routine. So that's why today we're talking about 5 quick tips for exercising while having ADHD. But before I get into it, I want to take a quick moment and say, if you are subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of our awesome world. If you're not yet subscribed, please take a moment and click the subscribe button below so that you can join all this awesomeness. And remember to tick the bell so that you are notified when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, there's also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you all your different options of places where you could get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay, let's get back to it. First, create a plan that works for you. A lot of times people will try to get a fitness plan from a website, from another person. They'll have from anywhere but from them. Create a workout plan that works for you, that takes into account both your ADHD as well as your interest. Because if you are able to develop a plan based on you and your wants and your needs, you're more likely to follow through with that plan. If you are attempting to follow a plan that was not made for you, that was created for someone else, it makes it easier to start falling behind, because when the plan was not created with you in mind, it does not take into account your needs as well as it doesn't take your ADHD into account. So if it doesn't do that, it makes it the risk of you falling behind can be pretty high. So second, schedule realistic frequency and duration. It's nice to say you're going to work out 5 days a week for an hour or maybe 90 minutes, but that's not always realistic, especially if you have not had if you don't have a history of keeping up with a fitness routine. Find something that is realistic and works for you. Maybe for you at the moment, based on your schedule, based on your commitments, based on your wants and your needs, maybe for you it's 3 days a week. Maybe it's even 2 days a week. Maybe it's a 30-minute fit workout instead of an hour-long workout. Make sure that you're being realistic based on what you can do, what is available to you as far as time, as well as the gym or whatever equipment that you are using. Be realistic. Don't worry about what other people do. Don't worry about what other people say, what the norm is, because, the norm is the norm. So be realistic about the frequency as well as your duration. If it's 3 days a week, 30 minutes a day, that's what it is. If it's once a week for an hour, that's what it is. 3, find ways to make it fun. Part of developing a plan that works for you is making sure that you have a plan that you can stick with, a plan that's going to interest you and encourage you to continue to come back every day, or however the frequency of your workouts are. Use exercises that are of interest to you. If you like dancing, maybe you want to look at a program that incorporates dancing. If you like playing a sport, your fitness journey, instead of going to the gym, may be that every week you make it a point to play that sport this many times a week. Make it something that is fun, because with ADHD, the more you enjoy it, the more likely you are to stick with it, the more likely you are to engage with it, the more likely you are to actually do it. So make it fun. Whatever it is that you enjoy, whatever it is that you want to do, however it works for you, whatever it is that you need to do to be excited about working out, do that. If making it fun means bringing your one friend that is wild and is going to make you laugh the whole time, that's what you need to do. Just make sure that whatever you're doing is something that you're going to enjoy, something that's going to be fun so that you're not dreading it every time. Because if you're dreading going, you're probably not going to go. Or you might start going, but it won't last. 4, use accountability tools and rewards. A fitness partner is one of the best accountability resources that you can use, because if you have someone who is going with you, someone who's going to call you and say, hey, yeah, let's 5 o'clock, we're still on for 5, let's go, then it makes it easier for you to actually follow through and go. But sometimes you don't have a fitness partner who can work out within your workout plan, who can work out within the days that you want, the times that you want. So make sure that whatever accountability tool that you're going to use is something that works for you. It may simply be a calendar that you're tracking it. It may be something on the wall that you're tracking it. It may be that you're making sure that you put you set out your clothes the day before in order for you to, be reminded all day that you still have to go to the gym. So whatever accountability tool that you need to do, make sure that you have something that is tracking your progress, that is tracking what you're doing, keeping you accountable. And of course, that you are rewarding your successes. If you went from having no exercise routine to being able to go 4 days a week, or the 3 days that you schedule 2 weeks in a row, yes, that should be celebrated. So celebrate it. Give yourself a reward for it. I don't know if your reward should be a cookie, but hey, I like cookies. I reward myself with cookies for working out all the time. So whatever you enjoy, make sure that you are rewarding yourself for your effort, for your investment, because hey, we look forward to rewards. We look forward to reaching milestones. So put those things in place so that they can help add to the motivation. And finally, remember that you are your only competition. It's not about what other people do. It's not about how other people do it. It's about what you are doing for yourself. A fitness journey is something you take on for yourself. Don't focus on what someone else is doing. Yeah, your friend is running marathons. Congratulations. Yes, your friend works out 5 days a week for 3 hours. Good for them. Your friend lost 30 pounds. Hey, congrats. You're your only competition. The only goal your goal in working out should be 1, to help you manage your ADHD, and 2, to be stronger and better than you were the day before. You can improve on where you are now. You can improve on where you will be tomorrow, but don't put focus on comparing to or against other people, what other people are doing, because that's a quick way to set yourself up for failure. Because 1, they don't have the schedule that you have. They don't have the commitment that you have. They don't have their plan and your plan are not necessarily the same thing. So focus on what you are doing and the result that you are getting based on what you are doing. Whatever other people are doing, good for them. Okay, let's do a quick recap. 1, create a workout plan that works for you, that takes into account what you want, what you need, as well as your ADHD. 2, schedule realistic frequency and duration. Don't go starting with 5 days a week for an hour or however long. Start with something that's realistic for you based on your schedule. If it's only 1 or 2 days, then that's what it is. 3, find ways to make it fun, because especially with ADHD, the more you enjoy it, the more likely you are to actually engage in it and actually stick with it. 4, use accountability tools as well as rewards. If you can get a fitness partner who works out with you, great. If not, then find some other ways to keep track, to stay accountable to what you have committed to do. And definitely make sure you reward yourself for reaching those milestones that you are setting for yourself. And finally, remember that you are your only competition. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about what other people did. Don't compare yourself and your results and your progress to anyone other than the one person who matters, you. Yeah, that's about it. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.